What's the most insane thing someone did at your high school reunion? I was 3 beers deep at the hotel bar when Jessica Martinez stood up during the slideshow and announced she'd been sleeping with everyone's husbands as part of a 20-year revenge plan. She had PowerPoint slides with timestamps, hotel receipts, and text messages projected on the same screen that had just been showing our senior prom photos. The reunion committee president tried to turn off the projector, but Jessica had brought her own and a portable generator she'd hidden behind the dessert table. She clicked through slides showing 11 different affairs with 11 different married men from our graduating class, all sitting in that room with their wives. Each slide had the man's senior yearbook photo next to recent hookup selfies he'd sent her. But here's where it got unhinged. She wasn't doing this because she wanted these men. She pulled up a video from our senior year showing the wives, then just 18-year-old girls, voting her most likely to die alone as a cruel prank that never made it into the official yearbook but circulated online. They'd made a fake trophy with a cat lady action figure and everything. Jessica had apparently spent 2 decades becoming successful, hot, and patient. She became a pharmaceutical rep specifically to travel to conferences where the husbands would be. She joined their gyms, their country clubs, their wine clubs that their wives dragged them to. She became the cool, understanding woman who got them. The wives were screaming, drinks were flying, and Marcus Chen was trying to climb out a window when Jessica dropped the real bomb. "I'm not done," she said, pulling up a spreadsheet. "I've been recording everything." Turns out she had 20 hours of recorded conversations where these men trash-talk their wives. Tom's husband called her aggressively boring. Sarah's husband had a whole rant about her MLM essential oils business. Karen's husband admitted he'd been pretending to be asleep for 6 years to avoid intimacy. But then, the plot twisted again. Rachel's husband stood up and said, "You didn't seduce me. I knew exactly who you were." Apparently, 3 of the husbands had figured out her plan years ago and went along with it because they wanted divorces but didn't want to be the bad guys. They'd been feeding her increasingly ridiculous lies about their wives, knowing she was recording. Mike admitted on mic that everything he'd told Jessica about his wife was fake, including the part about her being in a cult. "She's actually amazing. I just wanted to see how far you'd take this." His wife stood there looking at him like he'd grown a second head while he explained he'd been using Jessica's plan to document her stalking behavior for a restraining order. Jessica completely lost it and admitted she'd also been behind other things. The mysterious damage to cars in the parking lot during every PTA meeting, the fake restaurant reviews that got Sarah's bistro shut down, the anonymous tips to the health department about the yoga studio. She'd been systematically ruining their lives in small ways for 2 decades. Then Sandra Williams stood up and said, "Jessica, I voted you most likely to succeed, not die alone." That was Brittany's idea, and we all told her it was cruel. She pulled out her phone showing Facebook messages from 2004 where half the women had refused to participate. The video Jessica had was edited. Only 6 girls were actually involved, not all 11 wives in the room. The hotel manager threatened to call the police, but Jessica's own mother, who'd been invited as someone's +1, stood up and dragged her out by her ear like she was still 17. Her mom kept apologizing, saying she'd pay for therapy for anyone who needed it, and that Jessica had always been like this since someone stole her lunch in 3rd grade. The reunion ended with 11 divorces, 4 restraining orders, and 1 unexpected reconciliation. Marcus Chen and his wife apparently found the whole thing hilarious and renewed their vows right there using napkins as rings. Our 25th reunion is next year.